regularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Wolverines will put toe to leather to crank us up. From midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Got it 1st and 10 from the 25. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. To the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions. Coming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
On that QB sneak, he's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Trying to keep this drive alive. He breaks the tackle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Hoosiers are flying down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap. You can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Gonna take a shot. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way, and the leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. last week, they were looking for the huge gain on first down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
It's Glenn. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. To the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Along that offensive line, that'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here on third down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll just down it right there.
It's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Trying to help their defense. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
When they pick up the first down there on the screen, I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up.
Going deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Second and long. The give to the back. Creates a little room. Brings into the open. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Applewhite. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature him, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
Will snap it on first and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for a man, it's Applewhite. Intercepted. He's brought down in a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch him, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Backfield, it's Glenn. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here he comes out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Running back tries to hit the hole. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Downfield, it's Applewhite. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start with his quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And as he throws, and it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. End of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Be calling a hot route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. The give on the inside. And they swarm him under. the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the move. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Baker. Got his man on the outside. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Guys, they've come through on the first 2 third down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
How about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. On target over the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Motion, trying to clear the picture. Got it behind the line. It's Green. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Baker. Dances away. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And big pass plays like that are the product of an offensive line doing a great job in pass protection. That quarterback cannot read the coverage and get the football out of his hands to the open receiver unless he has time. So give this offensive line tons of credit up front for communicating and not giving up any ground. They are being so physical.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He wants it all. Ball's incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's John. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That quarterback put his face in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing on some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Michigan offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, he's guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. With the back. Makes it past the marker. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Formation for these receivers. Quarterback making checks. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Turning it on. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in at Hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half with the home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When you run it up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
To throw, it's Applewhite. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Incompletion. They go back up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line.
know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. Defense in press coverage. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to adjust much. They'll try to build on this lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Baker. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've taken 3 haymakers Right across the jaw, down 21-0. But, David, now the chance to answer.
Man, this defense has been suffocating. And this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
This is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes it. Down, stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wings.